Okay, so a problem like number 101, I could just imagine, especially if you're exhausted on an exam, you're looking saying, where would I even start with this guy? And you might be doing all kinds of wacky things. But one thing I would recommend to you is that, try to think that um, it might be easier than it looks. And the first thing I noticed about this over here, it looks like it has something to do with the product rule. So I'm gonna make a stab at it, and the stab I'm gonna make at is its antiderivative. I'm gonna say it looks like it's sine times the natural log plus some constant of integration. So I make a stab at it just by looking at it, but I want to see if it's true. So I'll write down d dx of sine x times the natural log of x plus c. And I'm hoping I can do that derivative pretty simple, by the way. It's always easier for me to do a derivative than an antiderivative. Let's see, derivative of cosine, derivative of sine is cosine, and ln x. That's going to be plus, it's going to be sine x, times derivative of natural log, which is 1 over x, and the derivative of c is just 0. Is this what we want it to be? And it is. I'm definitely seeing cosine x ln x, and I'm definitely seeing sine x over x. This is my antiderivative, all right? So again, it may be simpler. I can't guarantee it. For the most part, it really doesn't work out, but it's something that I did see in the problem set, and it wasn't a difficult one to do. All right, let me just talk about the end note, just briefly with you. And the end note, it's the end. We're at the end of the problem set. I will say that when I'm looking at problem sets, I know they're carefully written. The main reason they're carefully written is they want them to work for you. And always keep that in mind, by the way. They want things to work for you with the techniques they've described to you. So like if your teachers are describing certain techniques for you, like use substitution, integration by parts, partial fraction, trigonometric substitutions, yada, 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 you're going to see those things. And that's what we're looking for, things that you're being shown. So they're carefully written. They're carefully written to work. Make sure you know that. Now, granted, another thing I want to point out to you that I do make errors, right? So not only do I carefully write problems, I make errors in what I carefully write down for you, right? Like even times I'm speaking, I'm making errors when I'm speaking. But more importantly, I do like to say that what I write down, I hope I don't make too many errors though. But if you see an error, I would recommend you reach out to me. I really would, right? Now, how do you do that? Now, if you have a copy of this document over here, there's a link over here that'll bring you to my email, all right? And my email address is embedded in the notes, by the way. But if you don't have a copy of the document or you want a copy of the document, I recommend you email me. My name is Bannon, by the way. My email address is B as in boy, the @ symbol, which looks like the A to me, NNON.US. And again, my name is Ron Bannon. And this is my email address. If you're curious about what school I work at, let's go back to the beginning of the document, which is really there in the very beginning of the document. It's a long document, I know that. That information's right over here. I'm a teacher at Essex County College. At least presently, I'm a teacher at Essex County College. Who knows, that might change. It gives you my school email address over here, my phone number, and my address if you need to reach out to me. Thank you so much for paying attention. I really appreciate your time and your effort. Thank you. Bye-bye.